Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I want to help some of you guys with your New Year's resolutions. I've been there myself. One thing we need to understand, it's easy to make these resolutions and then half-ass it and it's not going to work. My number one thing that I want people to understand, if you are at a certain MMR, it is very likely because you're doing things wrong and you should be there at the moment because of those mistakes. In my opinion, the number one thing that is wrong with Dota and Dota players that can not only help you improve, get better, but also win more games is is going to be how toxic you are and how toxic the other people are. I think there's a lot of guides that will like tell you to, oh, do this at minute 5, do this at minute 8, do this at minute 12. And I will continue to make those videos, but I think no one touches on how bad of animals we are when it comes to Dota and how we communicate with one another. And that I feel like people have kind of lost this idea of playing this game to enjoy it. To start with step one of what you should tell yourself as a New Year's resolution on like your Dota journey for the year, along with a few others, which is going to be step one, to just focus on yourself. Like focus on yourself, don't flame, just literally be better. People flame so much in this game, it's actually incredible. And people will always look at others to blame them, blame their teammates. Like, oh, my lane is so bad, I'm the carry, my position 5 do this, my position 4 that. No, like this is all just bullshit. If you look at good carry players like Yotoro or whoever else you want to look at, you know, they are in control of their game because they know what to do, they know what they need to say, they know what needs to happen in the game. The more random you are, the more you flame, the less random your game will be. And therefore, your game is going to be way worse than it should be. So what I would like to preach to you guys is to not flame your teammates. It doesn't do anything. You have 4 teammates and 5 opponents. You don't need to increase the number of opponents you have by flaming your teammates, right? Like it just makes no sense. So when you go to social, this one here in the Dota client, is why? Why do you want to read alt chat? What does it actually do for you? It doesn't do anything. If they write go mid or go throne, they might just bait you. If they're all chat flaming someone, it just takes your attention away. Just do this so you see your team chat, whatever. If someone is toxic, you know, you mute them. That's totally fine. But it's just absolutely useless to read all chat. Now, I would say step 2 is going to be to understand and to find your heroes. Every type of player has a different style. You're gonna play better with specific heroes. For instance, Thompson is always like my prime example. This guy's going to play mid heroes that no one else plays because he's a maniac, but he knows how to make it work, and that's why it works. So if you think you're a maniac, which you may be, but if you have specific carries that really work for you, like a carry Ricky or whatever, then you can stick to that. But it helps you a lot if you know beforehand what type of heroes you want to play. Narrow down your hero pool and understand beforehand which heroes you may want to play on a given day, or which heroes you want to practice. Like right now, if we look at my in-game pool, I want to actually learn Naga Siren. You know, I want to learn some Naga Siren, I want to play some Shadow Fiend. So even if I play these heroes and I lose a potential Dota game with them, I'm not going to feel as bothered and angry because I know that I'm practicing them. In the long run, it's going to work out, it's going to be great. And that would also lead me to my second point. Use information such as Dota buff, or use Dota2protracker.com. Look at what Yotoro builds on Luna, understand the skill builds, understand the item builds, so that you're like, just help yourself. Dota is already a very complex game. Just make it a little bit easier. And on the topic of finding your heroes, you will have to play ranked roles at some point. You get to choose your role, but you don't always get the ones you want because you need ranked tokens. You should know which heroes you have to play as a support, because sometimes as a core player you also have to play support to get these tokens. And you shouldn't go into these games thinking, oh, I don't care about this game because now I have to play support. Wah, wah. You know, like, I feel like that attitude is so dumb. You can learn a lot by playing support. If you're an offlane player, you can learn a lot by playing 4. If you're mid, you can learn a lot by playing 4 because they interact with one another a lot. If you're a carry player, you can learn a lot by playing 5. And if you really don't know what to play, just choose 1 or 2 heroes. Or for me, for instance, I play a lot of offlane heroes as support. Like I will play Nyx support or Phoenix support. I will even play Bad Rider support just because it's kind of like in my role. You know how last patch it was very good to play Muerta as a support? So if you were a carry player, you had to play support. Just go play some Muerta game, you know? Shoot some noobs in the face, hit some dead shots, learn your skills and how it works, and it can honestly go like a really long way for you. And last point for me, which I think it goes a little bit hand in hand with the first point about not only flaming your teammates, but mainly paying attention to yourself, is when something happens in the game, people are they just cling on to what just happened. Oh, we just got team wiped. You guys are so fucking bad. You're trash. Report this guy, blah. But instead, it's like, okay, they use Chrono. They kill 2 heroes. Maybe they kill 3 heroes. Instead of being like, you guys suck, maybe you go, okay, when we respawn, they have no Chrono. Let's go smoke. Let's take their tier 2. Let's take Roche. Let's get Aegis. You know, most games don't end in one play. You know, most games don't end in one kill. So no matter what happens, try to turn it into something positive. You know, yeah, it's not great you lost 3 heroes, but maybe they used 2 BKBs, they used the buyback, they used Black Hole. Now their BKBs are on cooldown, their Black Hole is on cooldown. You know, what their Global Silence is on cooldown. Use those timings to make something. AKA the main point being, think of what to do next. Always think ahead. Think ahead of what you want to do. What do you need to do in order to win the game? Because the only thing that really matters is, if you want to gain MMR, if you want to be higher rank as someone else, you need to be able to win games that other people don't. If you're stuck in your bracket, it's because you don't win those games that other people do in order to get out of your bracket. It means you're doing things wrong. And I don't only want to preach about gameplay, I want to teach about attitude, how you go into the games, how you communicate, to also help you, because Dota has so many different aspects that you can get better in. And I want to be able to help you guys with all of them. So hopefully you can even just take one little point from this entire video, and it should help you guys. Just try to do it properly. You know, do it for more than 1 day, do it for more than 2 days, 3 days. Just do it for a while. Try to be mindful, be better, focus on your game, play your heroes, and just enjoy. And over time, I'm sure it will help you out. You know, if it does, that's great. If not, then unlucky. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, let me know, and more guides coming soon. Bye bye.